What's up, guys? Okay, I just lost live access. Apparently fasting is misinformation now. I just lost live access. Come on, Koa. Just had a live with like 1,000 people in here, and apparently fasting is misinformation. So anything I was just saying, totally disregard that, because that's apparently I was misinformed. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you, TikTok, for enlightening me this morning. Come on, guys, let's go. Blue inside. Check it out, guys. I got a clubhouse for my dogs. People think I'm homeless, but look, I got a clubhouse for my dogs. My dogs have their own house. However, this was my old house. We all got to start somewhere, and there's no shame in that. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Look. I went through this. Now my dogs have a better life because of what I went through. And it's... Did you guys know that you don't have to trade your breath to survive in the world? Did you guys know that you don't have to monetize your breath to do what you want and to thrive? Check it out. Like, so at some point in my journey, I needed to get that rig because, okay, we need the time. Like, I'm not coming on here talking like this for no reason. All of this was developed. Okay, like I was saying earlier, would you guys listen to somebody who you guys are gonna listen to somebody who studied their craft like religiously? Like, that's dedication, that's passion. It shows. Can't argue with it, right? I'm not saying like I'm a scholar, okay, but I am a student of myself and my own energy. Things aren't free. Well, that's the thing. The best things in life are gonna be free, always. First being this, and second, well, first always being you, because they want to monetize you. Look, they want to monetize you. Look, do you know how valuable you are? How much are you worth? How much are you worth? You determine that. Not if you let somebody say you're worth $30 an hour. Come on, like, they couldn't buy you. They could not put the dollar amount doesn't exist to your worth. I appreciate the hate. I appreciate the love, because hate is just, people are here spewing hate. We're all confused. And I lost access to the live just for saying that you guys might need to oh my gosh, I made it inside. I know 100 more people's heads exploded because I've never done a live and been inside before. With my parents. Mom, I'm home. My dogs have their own clubhouse, guys. Like, come on. You guys think I'm really just on here I do come on here and talk shit. That's fair. But look, I can back it up. I can't go back to sleep anymore. I tried to go back to sleep. And the thing with that, going back to sleep, is once you're awake, trying to go back to sleep, it no longer is the dream that it once was. When you try to go back to sleep, that's when it becomes a nightmare. Because you know the truth. Like, you know the food supply is poisoned. You know that people at work, your employers, they're not trying to develop you as a person. They're using you to develop their own interests and their own families. Okay. So, yeah, and it's fine. Like, I'm not here to like when I come on these lives, like I put myself at obvious risk to get trolled. Like, obviously that's going to happen. Um, However, like, luckily, I know that there's somebody out here it's gonna resonate with, and like I was one of the people that needed to hear it. Man needs to die. Okay? Man needs to die because the stomach is the size of your fist, and as emotional eaters that have been coerced with food and the food pyramid, typically we eat 3 times a day out of just a trauma response. I don't know what your parental situations were, but a lot of us come from broken families. Food is used and has been used. Even if you go back to the Civil War and pre-Civil War times in slavery, like soul food was actually fed. Soul food evolved from plantation owners feeding their slaves, like like whatever was just like that, whatever they were gonna throw out, they fixed it up, made it pretty, called it soul food, and that's like that's a popular thing now. Damn, there's people in here from Linda Vista. Oh shit. What's up, Toby? Damn, bro. Fuck, I miss Linda Vista, bro. Fuck, man. Yeah, I didn't talk a lot at Linda Vista because I have all these. Anything I say is just like it's gonna trigger somebody, so I just, yeah. When I was at Linda Vista, I tried to just skate. But I come on here, guys, really because the stomach is the size of your fist. Anytime we eat outside of that, you're gonna feel it take away from your energy. It's gonna take away from your lifespan. So food does not give you energy. Food does not give you energy. Food is only stimulating the energy that is already naturally available to us. We always have this energy. If you're feeling low on energy, food is only going to stimulate that energy. And then once the stimulation goes, you will drop back to how you felt. Yeah, I'm not saying you don't need food. Food stimulates your energy. We're using food in the wrong way. Food is not energy. Food stimulates your energy. What we call food now is not actually food. Processed food, 100, 200 years ago, our human body literally did not know what that was, and it still does not recognize processed foods. Our body still doesn't recognize that. That's why 3 out of 4 people have cancer. Sky puppy. 3 out of 4 people get cancer. Do you think that's a coincidence? Trump 2024. I saw Trump 2024. Yes. Yes. Whoever said Trump, yes. There's so much comments on. This is why I don't read the comments, because like I lose my train of thought. Okay. So the food supply has been weaponized. When you eat food, it stimulates your energy because I can't explain it through words because I can't access the energy for you. I can't access the energy for you. Only you guys know you can only know yourself through fasting, and fasting will give you access to your energy without the stimulation of food. I wouldn't be able to be here talking about this topic, and whoever saw me in California and Linda Vista, I definitely would never have made it to Linda Vista, California if I didn't stop my food addiction. I don't know if that person's still in here. But I wouldn't be able to talk about, I wouldn't have been free enough to make it to California, y'all. I was like, I'm not from California. I'm from like the middle of the country. I had to break out. I'm only a kid, but I made it from coast to coast, from Yellowstone to the southern border. I've been in more places than the average person that's my age. I could only get there from stopping processed foods. I would not be here because the food is entertainment. The food is drugs. The food is entertainment. What are they distracting us from? Yeah, I mean, okay, so we're addicted to food. Leroy, you know, my father is African American, Leroy. I think I have the right to I think I have the right to express myself how I please, and I hope everybody reserves the right to express themselves how they please. Do you guys know that I take shit just from being myself? Like, do you guys know that I can't walk into I can't walk anywhere without people judging me for who I am? That's not the world that we should be living in. Everybody should have the courage and fearlessness to be themselves and the audacity to be themselves. That's life, yeah. But guess what people do? Guess what people do out of fear? They cut their hair. Guess what people do out of fear? They go to work. Guess what people do out of fear? They eat the McDonald's. Okay? So when I realized that my choices that I were making were fear-based. The choice to eat 3 times a day, only a fear-based society would turn to food as their main source of energy when a godly society knew what the real source of energy was. What would a godly society look for energy? What would a godly society look for? Okay, Hunter. Okay, we know Hunter flagged the live last time because whenever Hunter does a live, he gets like 2 viewers. So Hunter, looks like you flagged my live. All right, Hunter. Piece of shit. I can talk shit too, guys, like, but look, like, I'd rather not because, yeah, like I said, I can't go anywhere without getting attacked. And if I used all the energy to like protect myself from people attacking me, then I'm not using my energy in the way I need to. I think honestly, Hunter probably just needs an enema. Let me go back to what I was saying earlier, because we all have 15 to 20 pounds of undigested feces in us because of the food supply, the processed food supply. And that's going to be called mucoid plaque. I'm just going to type it in the comments right now, mucoid plaque, and I will pin the comment. Because, yeah, if you guys should Google that. Mucoid plaque. 15 pounds of mucus and just shit that is stuck in our intestines, and you know, that's where worms come from. And with our second brain being the gut, I don't know if I'm spelling it right. Mucoid plaque. I'm gonna pin this. Mucoid plaque. I got flagged. I harassed somebody. There goes Hunter again. All right, so mucoid plaque. We already know who has Hunter needs like 10 enemas right now because he's got like 30 pounds of mucoid plaque. But I guess the average person probably has like 10 to 15 pounds of mucoid plaque. That's just from eating the regular diet, guys. That's something that we all have in common. I got flagged again. Okay, Hunter, I'm gonna apologize to you, Hunter. Whatever I did to upset you, Hunter, I'm sorry, friend. Anyway, mucoid plaque. We all have 15 to 20 pounds of mucoid plaque inside of us. With our brain and our gut being the second brain, if there's worms in our intestinal systems, and these parasites are so smart, guys, like, they're so smart that they keep people in like jobs and situations. They even keep them in relationships. Parasites will keep you in a relationship. They'll keep you in a relationship that you hate just so they can get their fix. That's what a parasite will do. They have no regard for parasites have no regard for human life, dignity. It's a total takeover. You guys seen Men in Black? I know y'all seen Men in Black. Do you guys remember the scene where his head opens and there's a little thing in there? People are walking around infested with parasites. Parasites driving most of that behavior, especially if humans are making impulse decisions. I'm going to take 2 seconds for Pookie's cat, because Pookie was a great cat. Oh my God, Pookie. That was for Pookie. Someone asked me how old I am. I'm immortal. I'm immortal, the same as everybody in the live. We're all immortal. I look really weird right now. What do I do? Okay, so for parasites... Okay, parasites. Anybody? Okay, I'm glad you guys are starting to ask me about parasites, because that's the next step. First, you want to know that the food supply is weaponized, okay? I think everybody has gotten to that point. We know we're under attack with the food. Awesome, we all know that. Great. Number 2, I would say the most important thing to know after you know the food supply is weaponized is to know the stomach is the size of your fist. Anytime you eat outside of this amount, you're decreasing your lifespan. 3rd, anytime you eat more than a fist-size amount, the rest of that, whatever the rest of it is, that goes to feeding your parasites. That keeps them alive. That keeps them laying eggs. That keeps you getting... You guys ever make a choice and you regret it afterwards? Yes, that's human behavior, but once it becomes a compulsion and an addiction, and then you're having trouble getting if you're losing control, then it's safe to say that you do have parasites. We all have parasites, but some parasites take hold earlier. Some parasites are spiritually bound. It's just like, so how would you get rid of them? Okay. Every time you wake up is a good time to reset the body. So anything I would recommend from here on would just be from a waking state, because the waking state is a reset point. So when you wake up, because look, guys, I'm glad we're on parasites right now, because that's really people who are talking shit, like all the motherfuckers you see in the world. Parasites. Like, that's what it is. Parasites have come to this earth to take over humanity, but humanity has let them come because humanity has we've given up a lot of responsibility. Parasites are only here to process what we have neglected. All right, so let's go. The real war. This is the real war right now. World War III is going to be... This is what... World War III right here, okay? So we're warriors. Humanity is the parasite. It's hard to argue with that at this point. But as an original copy of an original man, and someone with spirit who wants nothing more than to see humanity reach that original state, like, I am here to reclaim. I'm here to break the relationship between parasites and humanity, because, like, I think there's another way for us to go. Look, we can stay in apartment buildings. We can stay in the 40-hour work week. That's the parasitic environment, though. There's another way. Have you guys seen Avatar? That's a serious question. And look, there's like, holy shit. And there's still going to be people that are triggered. And that's like, if I have dreads and I'm talking for more than 5 minutes, I must be homeless. Is that what happened? Like, I'm confused. Avatar. Okay, the reason why I made the Avatar reference was the beauty of the realm of Avatar really rivaled the beauty of our own Earth. And the value of our planet is being it. This is what's happening to our planet. Yes, I live inside. Great. But like, I don't know if I agree with I don't know if I mean, I live inside, guys. Like, there's an apartment, but obviously, like, I don't think that I think I would rather be homeless. Like, not homeless, but I think I would rather live in a treehouse, like in the Philippines. Like, to me, that just seems like a more natural way to live than inside of a box. Then do it. I'm working on it. It's step by step. All right. So the more we ignore our energy, and the more we hand over our energy to parasites so they can process it for us, that's the current state of humanity. Humanity will indulge in the processed foods, in the poison foods, hand it over to their parasites. Here you go, process this for me, I don't want to deal with it. Anytime you do that, you're giving the parasite more power. You're giving away your responsibility. The parasite is there to process that for you. So to cleanse the parasites, the first thing I would do, you need to stop eating. Stopping the consumption of food it's really gonna out the parasites. And you can tell by the impulses that you have, what is actually you, what's pulling you. Like, your impulse addictions. That's when the parasite comes to surface. Whenever you're acting out on those indulgences, whatever it is, that's when the parasite comes to surface. It joins you in your indulgence, and then when it's done, it crawls back into the hole, and you're left to deal with the consequences. Okay, so to get them under control, you want to hit the body on a reset. So wake up, hit the body with an herbal tea. I use Tulsi, Tulsi. Honestly, any kind of herbal tea that you grow, it doesn't matter. Like, I would do Tulsi tea, but I would start with an herbal tea in the mornings. After that, I would go to juice. We are really nutrient deficient due to the food supply being weaponized, and just due to we're supposed to be eating raw living foods, but we switch to processed foods that come in boxes and bags. That takes away from us. So I would cut those out immediately. As much as possible, I would cut out processed foods. The first thing that hits my stomach the first thing that would hit my stomach would be, after the tea, it would be fruit. Fruit is the most... Fruit is extremely powerful because fruit is the last line of defense against this food matrix. Organic fruit is our last line of defense against the food matrix. That is why they're going after the fruit. I look sickly. You know what? My girlfriend got COVID. I'm getting over a sore throat. I'm a little sickly, I'm not gonna lie. Who's the parasites? Withered and weathered. I've been through it. I've been coast to coast. I've been in Venice Beach. I've been in Yellowstone. I don't know, like I've been there. What? So what? Okay, there's two types of people in the life. People will believe anything I say, and there's people who don't believe shit I say. And I welcome both of you guys. Listen to your own energy. Listening to your own energy is what I would recommend. Who is this person who just keeps... Katie Ann. Katie Ann, are you okay, Katie Ann? I've seen you just been posting stuff here and there, just little jabs. Katie Ann, do you understand that I spent the last 10 years doing the self-work, fasting, doing the juicing, cutting out the poison foods? No job on earth is gonna give you the training to break your addiction. I'm sorry. You're not gonna be able to go into a job and they're not gonna be able to say, hey, like, let me cure you from your addictions. Like, that takes real self-work. That takes real discipline. That's harder than going and clocking into a job, giving up processed foods. If you guys want the time to sit here, if you guys want the time to just